Hi, this is Nicole. I am a spokesperson for Nehemiah Reset. Today I want to talk about King David, his father and mother and his children. King David is one of the most prominent figures in the Bible, known as a great king and a man after God's own heart. Throughout the Bible, there is much information about his life accomplishments, shortcomings, and family. However, less is known about his mother, which raises the question, who was King David's mother, and why is she not as prominently mentioned in the Bible? In the Bible, King David's father is identified as Jesse. Jesse was the son of Obed, who was the son of Boaz and Ruth. Boaz and Ruth were both prominent figures in the Old Testament, known for their faithfulness and righteousness. Ruth was a Moabite woman who became the great-grandmother of King David, while Boaz was a wealthy landowner from Bethlehem. Their union was significant because it brought forth the lineage of King David, who would later become one of the greatest kings in Israel's history. The genealogy of King David is traced back to Judah, one of the 12 sons of Jacob. Judah's line continued through Perez, the son of Judah and Tamar, and eventually led to Boaz and Ruth, who were the great-grandparents of King David. The lineage of King David is significant because it fulfilled the prophecy that the Messiah would come from the house of David, as foretold in the Old Testament. Despite the detailed genealogy of King David, his mother is not explicitly mentioned in the Bible. This has led scholars to debate whether King David's mother is named in the Bible, or if she is simply omitted from the biblical texts. Some scholars suggest that King David's mother may have been Nitzebet, while others propose that she may have been Maacah. Nitzebet is mentioned in the Talmud as the mother of King David, but her name does not appear in the Bible. According to Jewish tradition, Nitzebet was the wife of Jesse and the mother of King David. She is said to have been a righteous and pious woman, whose humility and devotion to God were passed down to her son, King David. However, the lack of mention of Nitzebet in the Bible has led some scholars to question the accuracy of this tradition. On the other hand, Maacah is mentioned in the Bible as the mother of King Abijah, who was a descendant of King David. Maacah is described as a wife of King David and the mother of Abijah, who became king of Judah after the death of his father, King Rehoboam. Some scholars speculate that Maacah may have been another wife of Jesse, making her the mother of King David as well. However, there is no conclusive evidence in the Bible to confirm this theory. The absence of King David's mother from the biblical texts raises questions about the significance of maternal lineage in ancient Israelite society. In the Old Testament, lineage and heritage were traced through the male line, with fathers and sons being the primary focus of genealogical records. This patriarchal system may explain why King David's mother is not mentioned in the Bible, as her role and identity were not deemed as important as that of her husband and son. Despite the ambiguity surrounding King David's mother, the Bible provides detailed information about his sons and daughters. King David had several wives and concubines, who bore him many children. Some of his notable sons included Amnon, Absalom, Adonijah, and Solomon, who all played significant roles in the history of Israel. King David's daughters are less mentioned in the Bible, but they are known to have been influential figures in their own right. Amnon was the firstborn son of King David, born to his first wife, Ahinoam of Jezreel. Amnon's story is a tragic one, as he lusted after his half-sister Tamar and ultimately raped her, leading to his death at the hands of Absalom. Absalom, the third son of King David, was known for his rebellion against his father and his attempt to seize the throne. Despite his betrayal, Absalom was mourned by King David upon his death in battle. Adonijah, another son of King David, also sought to usurp the throne but was ultimately defeated by Solomon, who succeeded his father as king of Israel. Solomon, the youngest son of King David and Bathsheba, is perhaps the most famous of King David's children. Solomon was chosen by God to succeed his father as king of Israel, and he ruled with wisdom and prosperity. He is known for building the temple in Jerusalem and for his renowned judgment in the case of the two women who claimed to be the mother of the same child. Solomon's reign was characterized by peace and prosperity, making him one of the greatest kings of Israel. In addition to his sons, King David also had daughters who are mentioned in the Bible. Tamar, the daughter of David and Maacah, was raped by her half-brother Amnon, which led to a series of tragic events in King David's family. Another daughter of King David, named Tamar, is mentioned in 2 Samuel 13 verse 1, where she is described as beautiful. However, not much else is known about this Tamar, as she is not mentioned further in the biblical texts. The familial relationships surrounding King David are complex and multifaceted, with various wives, sons, and daughters playing integral roles in his life and reign. Despite the lack of mention of King David's mother in the Bible, her influence and contribution to his upbringing cannot be underestimated. Whether she was Nitzaveh, Maacah, or another unnamed woman, King David's mother played a crucial role in shaping the man who would become the greatest king in Israel's history. In conclusion, the Bible contains a wealth of information about King David's life and family, including his genealogy, sons, and daughters. While the identity of King David's mother remains uncertain, the role of maternal lineage in ancient Israelite society cannot be overlooked. King David's mother, whether named or unnamed, undoubtedly played a significant role in shaping the man who would become one of the most revered figures in biblical history. The familial relationships surrounding King David provide a rich tapestry of characters and events that highlight the complexities of human nature and the divine providence at work in the lives of God's chosen people. I hope this helps answer questions about King David's family and provides a little more information about David's mother. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
My name is Daniel. I am one of the spokespersons for Nehemiah Reset. The prior video was sponsored by Nehemiah Reset, a 501c3 Christian organization. Our mission is to assist Christians in developing a biblical worldview as it pertains to relevant cultural and biblical issues. We seek to inform Christ's followers, equip them, and mobilize them into action to vote for their biblical values and to actively engage in our culture. We are also committed to help Christians and non-believers to develop a better biblical worldview. Nehemiah Reset produces videos and ebooks to assist members of the church in developing a biblical worldview when it comes to cultural issues and biblical ideas. We produce videos on key topics like public school indoctrination, the woke agenda, sex education, equity and inclusion, climate change, immigration, religious freedom, and much, much more. We also produce videos regarding key biblical topics that help Christians become more Christ-like. To learn more about Nehemiah Reset or to watch our latest videos, go to our website at nehemiahreset.org, our rumble.com channel, or our YouTube channel. We produce videos every week. To get a weekly list of our latest videos, sign up for our weekly newsletter by clicking the subscribe button at our website. You can support our website by liking our videos, subscribing to our channels, or providing donations to help us produce videos and attract more viewers. Thanks for your help in growing God's kingdom and bringing more people to Christ. Thank you for your support. Have a great day.